Hello everybody, I am Dragoon, and today I am back with yet another video about the MLP CCG game, and we're looking at a bunch of new cards that I didn't get a chance to go over last time. And the main reason was because I didn't have a lot of times on I didn't have a lot of time on my hands at the moment, and they were releasing like just single card images bit by bit, and I didn't want to make one video that was only like 12 seconds or however, or less than 60 seconds long. So I just waited until they had like a bunch of stuff, and within like the last 24 hours they released a whole bunch of new cards because as today, or of this recording, it is May 1st. The sneak peek is like 2 weeks away. So they started releasing a bunch of images, and without delaying any further, let's get into it by talking about this card right here. This ridiculous card right here. Or called Applejack, Element of Honesty. They have these element cards. Like in the last video, I showed Pinkie Pie, Element of Laughter. So all the main six are coming back with their elements, and they're also coming back with their gala dress attire, which I'll get to later in the video. But yeah, this is Applejack, Element of Honesty. As you can see, she's pretty ridiculous. It's right down to her cost of 6 action tokens, and you need 6 orange power on the field already, which isn't too bad. We have full stream, in the Premier set we have full steam at 4, so other than full steam you'll just need 2 extra, which if you run Applejack as your main, and you'll have no problem reaching that in really no time. She has 5 power, which is very respectable. She's unique, which I don't know how it's going to work in this game. Like I said last time, I think you can only have 1 in your deck, but I've been hearing that it's like, oh no, you can have like 3 in your deck, but you can only have like 1 on the field, which in Applejack's case, I don't think that would be right, but or I don't think it's unfair because she only has a one-off effect. But with other cards, I guess I can't even remember Pinkie Pie, Element of Laughter's effect, but yeah, it could be. I don't know what to say about that. But her effect, Applejack's effect, is when this card enters play at a problem, you may dismiss an opponent's troublemaker at that problem. This is really great. I don't know if it will work on villains, though. That's my only question. I get it that it says opponent's troublemaker, but if it works on like opponent's villains, that's fine, I guess. But I don't know. You dismiss your own villain. I don't know. I don't think that would work in that case, which means I don't think it would work with villains. I could be wrong. But her other effect is if an opponent would force you to discard this card, you may put it into play instead. And I'm expecting this to be a free, instead of just like, if you force me to play this, I have to pay 6, and I already have 6. So with the second part of this effect, I hope that it's for free, or I assume it's free. So there's that. I think she's pretty good, because the ability to just dismiss a troublemaker for free is pretty good. I don't know if it's worth 6, though, so it's good that she has an effect that there's a chance you can get her out for free. Okay. Then we get into the next card, which is actually going to be the Canterlot Nights pre-release card, or one of them. You could probably get both, just like in the first pre-release. You can get, what was it, Rainbow Dash to the Rescue, and the alternate Nightmare Moon card, which I don't have pictures of right now. But this one is an event called In Your Dreams. Has a pretty low cost of 1 action token, but you need 2 magic on the field. Not too hard for any deck, even if you run like a mixed deck. Blue Moons are pretty good. But its effect is during the main phase, you choose an odd or play this during the main phase. Choose odd or even, and then reveal the top card of your deck. If that card or its printed power matches your choice, odd or even, you gain 1 and draw a card, or gain 1 action token. And otherwise, you draw a card, and it says 0 counts as even. So all those forest owls and even spikes, they count as even numbers. But I assume that the card you reveal gets shuffled to the bottom of your deck. But this could be a pretty good card. Although you need to have 2 magic to use it, it could potentially repay itself. So really, it wouldn't really cost you anything. You pay it with the 1 cost, and then if you have your right answer, you get that 1 action token back, and you +1 off the draw. So, and there's really no downside to this card because you're drawing a card anyway, so you can automatically draw your card. It just depends on whether you're wasting your action token or not. But it wouldn't be a waste because it's basically cost 1, like pay 1 to draw 1. That's basically it at its worst. Let's see. Next is the second pre-release card is Coco Pommel, Fashion Apprentice. Everybody loves a little bit of Coco. She costs 4, but you only need 1 white power on the field. Or I don't even feel right saying that. White. You need white 1 rarity, one of the white color on the field. She has 3 power. In white, she has the pumped effect, which is pretty good. The more I think about it, the more I love how pumped works. And her other effect is, during the main phase, you could spend a card from beneath this card to give another character +4 power until the end of the turn, which is really great. White is getting a lot of extra power. So it looks like in this set they moved away from like scoring points to moving cards. But then again, if I remember right, Fancy Pants has the pumped effect and says like you spend 1 to get an extra point. So they're not really going away. There's also another card that gives +4 power in white in the premiere set. I think it's one of the photographer ponies. I can't remember his name though. But it's like when you play him to a problem, you choose another card and it gets 4 power. Just like that. And this is a pre-release card, so I don't know if this will be in the main set. It doesn't look like it'll be in the main set, just like the event card, but we'll see. And then those are the only 2 cards, and then readjusting my screen here. Hopefully that doesn't snip off anything in the bottom. We have the final 4 cards I have to talk about here are they're all the main characters that are going to be part of the you can get these in the booster packs. They don't have their own decks, and these are all like Gala themed cards. But we only know 4 of them at the moment. The only ones we don't know the effects of are, I think, Twilight and Rarity. But I'm sure that they'll get revealed later on. But enough about that. This is Rainbow Dash hanging out. Like she does in her in the Best Night Ever episode. She just wants to hang out. Her start, when she starts, she has 1 power. Her home limit is 3. But during any phase, while there are at least 2 Pegasus friends at this card's problem, you may turn this card over. So during any phase, during draw phase, during any phase. It's just like that eagle, any phase, just use its effect. So Rainbow Dash, all these cards are really much easier to flip. I'm noticing that with these cards. These cards are just easier to flip. But when you do flip Rainbow Dash hanging out, her home limit goes up to 4. She gets Swift, of course. And then her effect becomes, at the start of a face-off involving this card, you may ready an exhausted friend at this card's problem. So there's a lot of blue cards that have you exhaust their effects, like Cloud Chaser is a really good one. You can exhaust her to get an action token, but you have to use that action token by the end turn. She only has 1 power though, but it'd be really nice to have that extra power. So with Rainbow Dash hanging out, you can ready her again, so that her power can be counted, which is really great. The next card is Pinkie Pie Pokepony. It's really weird. And this one's a great card in my opinion, just so you know. Of course, she has the 1 power, which turns to 3 power. Her home limit is at her start is 3, but when you end your turn, if this card is at home or at a problem with at least 3 of your friends, she turns over. So she'll flip at the end phase, which is kind of weird. She's the only one that actually flips during the end phase, or at the end of the turn, which is weird, but it's really good. Because when she does flip, her home limit, of course, goes to 4. She has her random, and she gets the effect of when you confront this card's problem, you may retire one of your friends there to dismiss an opponent's friend there. So basically, she'll pop 2 cards. She pops one of your cards, then she pops another card. Right, which is really great. Spring forwards are annoying. Lots of other cards are really, really annoying. And all these cards are uncommon. All these are uncommon, so I'm going to be getting a lot of these cards. Second to last. Oh, why is she there? Oh, I know. I thought I had her somewhere else. But this one I'm really, 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 really excited about because I main Fluttershy and this Fluttershy is so cool. But I don't know what Celestia says. What Celestia from the new theme deck is going to do, so I don't know. Oh, but this Fluttershy, I'm so excited for her. This is Fluttershy Friend to Animals. At her start, she has a home limit of 3, and during the main phase, you pay 3 to turn this card over, which seems pretty steep. But it also says you pay 1 less action token to turn this card over for each critter friend you control. So essentially, if you have 3 critters on the field, you can just flip her for free. My lord. Calls. I can't take calls right now. Sorry about that. But then when you do flip her for free, hopefully, her home limit becomes 4. She gets, of course, her Caretaker, which gives her +1, and Forced Owls just below. But then, her effect becomes that during the main phase, you can pay 1 to move this card to a problem that has one of your critter friends there. So, basically, that effect means she gets Swift as long as there's a critter to her problem. So, basically, Fluttershy gains Swift. So it's like having Caretaker and Swift. It's really great. And then the last card that I kind of checked over was Princess Luna, Princess of the Night from the theme deck. It's kind of weird that they're revealing one of the theme deck cards. I went over the start effect, or her start, but this one has her boosted effect too. But just to reiterate what I said last time with Princess Luna, her home limit was 3, and when you confront the card's problem, you have to pay 2 to turn this card over. So, if you think Fluttershy is steep, this one really is really more steep, I guess, because you have to pay 2, and there's no way to get around it. But when you do flip her, her home limit becomes 4. She has Studious, of course, because she's a purple main. And then her effect is that during a face-off, you can discard an event to give this card +3 power. So she could go all the way up to 6, which is very respectable. Oh, and in face-offs, it's really great, especially if you had your opponent's problem. But that's only during face-offs, so she has just a normal 3. But you know, the Studious does Studious doesn't, what's the word? Stack. That's right. Studious doesn't stack, if I'm not mistaken, so. Because it says when it involves at least 1 character with this, you just gain 1, so. Oh, yeah, and that's Princess Luna. So those are all the cards. I'll re-expand the window for right here, just so you can see all these cards again. And thank you for watching. I'll have more videos up in the future talking about the game. And as I said at the beginning of the video, Canterlot Nights is coming out in 2 weeks, so hopefully I'll go to a pre-release event. And they just put up a pre-release map of all the locations that are holding it, so I'm going to try to find one that's local to me. Excuse me. I guess I'm getting a little sick too. I'm sick of these ponies. All these ponies. Oh man, and then hopefully I'll have like more decks to go over. I really do want to get more like deck videos in. But I don't have the proper resources to make proper decks, and I don't like proxying. Just for reference. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe for more. And check out my other videos if you want. I have some gameplay videos up of some games that I never finished, and I'm probably never going to finish, which I apologize for. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.